But why are you in an environment that you called all types of other than what the fuck you are?
Because to pay the bills.
You just said it's okay to sell your soul.
I'm not saying it's okay to sell my soul.
Yeah.
And if
so when you think, hold on. So listen, let me tell you something. No, yes.
No.
So when you think like that, you could be in denial all the you want. You're gonna play this take back and you're gonna get some learning. And I don't give a if you like what I'm saying or you don't. Money don't make you make money. Oh, you didn't catch that. Money don't make you. You make money. And because you get money that way, you're never gonna have a man worth having. And that's why the men that you dealt with, it didn't last. And when you really unpack that shit, I hope for one of you women watching this shit, that you address that shit before it's too late and you got the man that God got planned for you and he thirsty and you can't give him shit because you gave that shit away in the motherfucking club.
To me, I'm not gonna go ahead and sit here and take that because I have grown from whatever I've been through.
No, you really don't respect yourself.
What's up, YouTube? JayBReacts back in with another video. Now we're gonna be reacting to a podcast that has Smart Guy as a guest. Now this right here, this conversation is a prime example of putting your transgressions on Front Street. You have 3 women on this podcast, but you have one in particular that Smart Guy is debating back and forth about her past and being in the nightlife. And as y'all already know with Smart Guy, he's gonna give it to you raw and uncut, and that's exactly what happens. This conversation was brutal with honesty. Smart Guy spoke nothing but facts for this young lady who's living in delusion. But I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment below. Without further ado, let's dive into the content.
But I want to get back to what we were talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, you were saying like you are what you attract, this, that. I completely agree with you up to an extent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times, right? Because I am very secure in who I am and what I attract to my life. I believe in that. I believe that whatever it is that you put in your mind, you're going to call it and you're going to attract it to your life. 100%.
Right.
100%. I worked a lot on my healing journey. I worked a lot on myself. I want to say like in the past 4 years, I learned a lot about who I am, and I'm very secure in who I am today. You know, my last relationship taught me a lot about myself that I didn't even know, because he was like very smart. He put me onto game too. Like I love a person that could stimulate my mind. Please let me know my value. How can I learn this from my guy so I could take it up into my next relationship and be like, okay, I don't want to deal with you because you're not valuing me as a woman. Okay. So there's times, right, that especially us, like, you know, we like work. Most of us, we work nightlife, you know what I mean? So it's like you come around a lot of like bozos, like around a lot of guys that could think that they could run game on you, right? But not everybody has the intelligence that you have for them to think the way that you do.
But look what you're saying, right? Look what you're saying. You going to hell talking about you got an AC. You can't go to hell with a truck full of ACs talking about, hey, we're going to give out ACs. You work in nightlife. So at the end of the day, listen, let me tell you something. This is what people don't understand about universal law. When you dress, you know the spirits and demons that you enticing when you dress a certain way? See? That's why God, we talk about scripture, we talk about the Bible, the Quran, whatever the you want to talk about, they talk about a woman dressing a certain way because how you dress gives off an energy. Modesty. So how you dress creates an energy. How you dress attracts a certain person. You see? And how you think dictates how you dress. You heard? So if I'm comfortable with my ass being looked at, right? That's an action that has a reaction. If I'm comfortable, and they're nice.
He looking at
milk bags and shit. But I'm comfortable.
Yo, he said milk bags, bro. He is spitting out the facts.
Well, my titties might probably pop out, right?
Damn, Jill, don't hide it now.
Right? But what I'm saying is it's the energy. You can't. There's no wrong way to do right, and there's no right way to do wrong. So your approach, your choice of occupation says a lot about your mind.
I understand what you're saying 100%, right? Yeah. But not a lot of us have the choice to be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and be an accountant today. Let me go ahead and
stop it. What do you mean you don't have a choice, ma'am? You choose what reality you want to live. You don't have to be a stripper. You don't have to be a bottle girl. You can go to school. You can do other things. Nobody's putting a gun to your head.
Yes, you do.
Not a lot of us have it. Not a lot of us have it. Yes, you do. Okay, let's say to the ones that weren't fortunate enough to have it, and we still got to go ahead and pay our bills. And listen, I know a lot of girls that have a legit job and still work nightlife. Yeah, okay, that does not define us as who we are. So now what I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm not paying attention to the guys that are going to come to my bar and talk to me. But listen, I'm not paying attention to the guys that are coming to my bar. It's not about the guys that's going to come to your bar. It's about the energy that you put out. So when you're not in the bar, that man is going to follow that energy. It ain't about the bar. Sometimes it's coming from the bar. Yeah. You gonna be in
Barnes and Nobles. You're gonna be in a laundromat. You're gonna be outside, not even on work, and that type of man is gonna come to you because of what you did in the club. You see, it's energy. Karma doesn't escape anybody. And when a woman, see, that's some indirect whole shit, right? Like, we live in this
indirect what?
Whole
so
we live in this
shots
world.
fired.
We live in this world.
Wow.
We live in this world. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take it there.
He's being honest. There is no we gonna take it there. You asked the question. This man has to be honest about the lifestyle that you live in.
Yeah, I mean, you got the right one. So what I'm saying is, no, I'm saying because
and Bruce together.
what I'm saying is because a lot of these dudes be. I don't know about whoever that guy, but I'm saying for myself, right? Like I really understand this, and a lot of people. I didn't watch no YouTube video and try to copy and download somebody's style. I ain't watch no Kevin Samuel study his shit. This comes from knowledge of self, who I am. I know I am a God, and I know that I pray and ask God for provision and revelations. You understand? So that's a cop out. Yo, yeah, I'm going. I gotta pay bills. No, you really don't. You really don't respect yourself. See? And when you unpack that shit, then you understand why the type of men is in your life. And when you stop fronting like you good, when you really not, then change is gonna happen. Now, everybody's not going to change. Every soul has the ability to change, though.
That's
It's
real.
free will. My mother molested me. I did 10 years in prison. I came home fucked up. I used to sell crack, rob motherfuckers. I was I was different, right? But I went to jail. I had this awakening. When I got out, I said, you know what? I don't give a how hard it is. I'm going with God. There's nothing God can't give you.
That's powerful. That's
And I have
powerful.
to make sure everything that I get and I want is pleasurable and pleases God. And if I do that, then I'm good in the long run. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So that energy that you're wearing is gonna stop you from having the energy you need for the man that's supposed to be in your life. Because even though you ain't entertaining them, you entertaining them because it's energy.
Yep.
If I don't smoke weed, right? If I come in this room and all y'all smoking weed, when I get in my car, guess who smell like weed?
Everybody.
Me. Guess who gonna have a contact high? Me.
Everybody.
Right? So you have to understand that. And when you start to understand that and you have the confidence, the courage to be mature and not lead with your body and not lead with your sexuality, but lead with who you are as a woman, then you're gonna bring that man into your life. And only then, and it's up to you to decide, right?
I think a lot of people don't want to change. A lot of females, a lot of guys out there, they don't want to change. They love living in the way they live, but guess what? That's your moral character on the line. That's your moral compass on the line. And you got to understand how deep you're going to get into whatever it is that you're in. There's layers to it. Sometimes you can just kind of touch the surface, but once you go all the way underneath it, it's over sometimes.
So for the girls who don't know how to do it, you got to pray. You got to ask God, right? That's the wisdom and balance. So what I said was, remember I said, you have to have a process of self-development. You're not wrong for what you're doing because you're unaware. There was a time when I sold crack, right? Smoked weed, was shooting people. I was a whole different kind of person, right? I didn't know. But God protects fools and babies. Now that this conversation is giving you some type of a different perspective, it's up to you to do with it what you gonna do with it. You got a podcast. I just told you God gives provision, right? So you're praying. This is a form of prayer. Y'all creating content, right? You're not it's not energy. It's different from being here and being in the club. You know that.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And you can make more money doing this than being in the club without the karma that comes from being in the fucking club.
And that's what we're trying to get
You
at.
don't love yourself enough. Let me tell you something. Listen,
Man, cooking her.
you don't love yourself when you move like that. You don't, it's no, yeah, I'm free. You don't love yourself. I'm not going to be outside, my dick swinging and all. I'm not doing that. You ain't going to treat me. And it's not, let me tell you something. It's not what they call you. It's what you answer to. Right? It's not what they call you. It's what you answer to. But why you in an environment that you
Masterclass.
called all types of stuff and what the fuck you are?
Because to pay the bills.
But look at it. Look at how you just, it pays the bills. That's all you appreciate. See, you got a false sense of survival, false sense of reality, so we throw everything else out the window.
You just said it's okay to sell your soul.
I'm not saying it's okay to sell my soul.
Yeah. So when you so listen, let me tell you something. No, yes.
No.
So when you think like that, you could be in denial all the you want. You're gonna play this take back and you're gonna get some learning. And I don't give a if you like what I'm saying or you don't because my goal right now is to give the message, right?
Yo.
So if you say that and you think like that, the type of man that you attract into your life ain't shit. Because the type of a woman that attracts a man It's not a good man is not gonna have that way of thinking. Now let me give you a warning, right? Yo, my friend, yo, Gita.
My way of thinking, if you haven't even heard of my way of thinking
Now,
yet.
Hold on, because he's saying you already moving like that. See, if you get with a good guy, guy's probably gonna want to deter you from that. But guess what? You're gonna say this nigga controlling. You met me out here. You gotta leave me out here. That's not what good guys do. Good guys definitely want to see you in a better position. But that's why I say some people want to stay where they at.
Said enough. Yo, Gita.
No.
Leave him.
No, I
Need a
didn't.
bottle of water. Need a bottle of water quick.
No, I did not say enough because you don't even know. Like, my thing is, like, I do not
Yeah.
entertain those type of guys. One thing is me
You don't
working
have a
in the...
choice.
What do you mean?
Because I just told you.
In my personal life, me dating a guy out of the club is not happening.
You don't know how energy works. You don't have
but
a choice.
I do.
You see that right there? Yeah. So let me show
Do
you real
you
quick,
though?
right? And you be on
you?
camera. Don't cut it out. This is all vibes. I'm saying, look. So listen.
The right energy
That's why I
gonna
gave you the
get you.
analogy. If y'all smoking, right? Whether I smoke or not, if I come into this room, I am affected by that.
Yeah.
Now listen what I'm saying. You could agree or disagree. I don't give a f. This is the reality of it. Instead of it being smoke, it's energy. So when you come into that room with that energy, when you leave, that energy is still on you.
Facts.
And guess what? Any relationship that I ever been in.
listen,
No, let me tell you real quick.
Yeah.
Any relationship that I've ever been with, they have not been outside guys. None of them.
You're not
What?
understanding.
Not
She
one
don't
of
get
them.
it.
Not
She still don't get it.
And
She
you-
still
Not
don't
one of
get it.
them.
And relationships ain't work.
Huh?
Huh?
They didn't work because
No. See,
What?
See, like they didn't work.
Yeah, they didn't work.
So listen, right?
She
Let me
still
help
don't
you
get
out.
it.
Let me get a. I need a cup too. So I'll make this example. Yo,
Oh, he
Gita,
about to
I need
do
a
it.
cup, like a cup. I want to make an example for this.
He ain't even using the drink. I love it.
What?
Feel like y'all in class today.
Bobby.
Y'all in
You know what I'm
class.
saying? Right. So
White toes.
all women, right? Beautiful.
Let's get it.
Start off like this, right? That's how you start off, right? Start off, right? You start off full, right? Dress a certain type of way, do this. So all energy depletion, right? Right? You I gotta pay the bills. I gotta do this.
It's a fact.
I know-
New York is very expensive
I know-
right now.
I
Let
know.
me
Hold
tell
up,
you.
hold up.
Right? So look, right? This is you now, right? Right? And then by the time
I'm all drunked up.
By the time
Damn.
the man that God got for you come into your life,
Ooh.
and he meet you, right? Oh my God, babe, I'm thirsty. I got a drink. Oh my God, you're the one. I love you. Keep me alive.
Keep me
And
alive.
you go, and in your mind, you didn't realize that all that shit you was doing to pay the bills, which you could have did something different, but you chose not to because there was a deeper reason why you do that sucker shit, but you don't address it. Guess what? Your bottle is empty. And now when it's time for him to fucking drink, right? Boom. Now it's time for him to fucking drink. You give him this. And he like,
Nothing. You all used up.
and only then you realize that you didn't gave that best part of you up
In the club.
and you can't get it back. It's no way to replenish it. It's over. That's your punishment.
And they don't understand that once you strip that innocence away, you can't get the innocence back. Once you already exposed to that energy, that nature, you're remolded. You re-engineered now. That's why I think a lot of us now, men and women, we have been re-engineered in a different time period to think and move a certain way. So we don't understand that when you open certain doors and go through them, there's no coming back out of them.
So you have a choice in terms of how you make money. Money don't make you, you make money. Oh, you didn't catch that. Money don't make you, you make money. It's you, motherfucker. It ain't the money. I could go sell crack, work on Amazon, do motivational speaking. It ain't the money, it's me. Oh, so the reason why you get money that way, that's what you're not addressing. And because you get money that way, you're never gonna have a man worth having. And that's why the men that you dealt with, it didn't last. And when you really unpack that shit, I hope for one of you women watching this shit, that you address that shit before it's too late and you got the man that God got planned for you and he thirsty and you can't give him shit because you gave that shit away in the motherfucking club.
No, and I always say,
Yo,
what have I been saying lately? I'm like, yo,
domination.
I am done. I'm so tired of working nightlife because it's literally energy draining. Like sometimes I don't even have enough for myself. Like
She says that, but then I still believe that she's going to be in it because that money is fast and she can buy the things she wants.
I go home and I am so
So full of
exhausted.
shit, man. I love you.
What?
anyway. Yeah, you're so full of shit. I love you.
Why?
anyway.
Why you say that?
Because listen,
I want to know.
Because she
Yeah,
know,
can
he
get-
know you don't
can-
want to get at
You
it.
can enable her.
Go ahead. No, nobody's enabling
I'm not
me.
enabling. I asked why.
You gotta listen. It's
This nigga
wherever you
cooking.
go to, that's where the club gonna go. Because it's the mindset, right? So money don't make you, you make the money. You are who you are wherever the fuck you are. So if you're not addressing who you are and changing who the fuck you are, no matter where you go, that is coming. Okay? So you have to take accountability. And what I'm saying is it's not your fault because maybe you didn't understand. You got to go back to, how you say, how you say, what you say, the poquito, Mia? How you say, little girl?
When you was a little girl. Una niña.
Right?
Una niña.
Right? You got to go back to that. Because something that happened there is why where you at right now, you think the way you think. And if you don't address that, see, people don't want to address this shit, right? So now, look, this is why I said, let me go back.
No, I just feel like, you know, at the end of the day, I've addressed all of that because I got a lot of childhood trauma.
I know you do.
So, you know, for anybody to sit here and be like, oh, you haven't addressed that, and this is why you're this is why you're that. To me, I'm not going to go ahead and sit here and take that because I have grown from whatever I've been through.
No,
I have.
I'm not saying you didn't grow. What I'm saying is this, look, you have to, look, it's the reason why I sold crack, right? Let me put it on me, right? So my mother molested me. I didn't have a father in my life, right? So I didn't know how to deal with my anger. Right? I didn't know how to deal with my trauma, so it turned into anger. You see? This is why I was shooting people when I went to prison, right? And because I didn't have a man in my life, I didn't know how to be a man. You see? Okay. So, yeah, I'm trying to deal with my trauma, but where is the education on dealing with the trauma coming from?
Okay, so
listen. So how am I really clinically dealing with this trauma?
Yeah.
So we don't understand neuroscience. We don't understand psychology. We don't understand cognitive behavioral therapy, right? Like it's real shit that you got to learn before you talk about addressing your issues, right? And I don't want to make it about you, but I want to make it about people who you got to understand, right? You are who you are wherever you are. So what I would like for you to take away from this conversation is the money don't make you, you make the money.
I understand.
And when you start to analyze why you are okay with making money that way, then you will see that you're not really healed. And then when you understand that, and that's not a public conversation, right? But that's a private conversation. But I'm saying it in this way because I know somebody's going to see this, right?
Yeah.
And they got to think about it. Like, I was selling crack. You couldn't tell me nothing. But why am I selling crack?
I think this conversation is going to help a lot of people who might be on the fence, trying to figure life out, understanding why they're in it. It's probably going to hit for women a little bit harder for the guys. But I think it'll definitely hit a chick that mind is kind of warped into thinking that she's doing the right shit, but don't realize that she got to move. Not in her situation, but outside of it for her own morality and what she wants for the future.
Right? I'm selling dope. I'm getting money. But why do I want to make money this way? I didn't address that, right? And then when I start to, I'm like, oh, I'm bugging. Now I'm doing it this way. That's when change and healing starts to happen. And we talk about selling your body and selling sex and shit like that. That's some deep shit.
Ain't nobody selling their body or selling sex or none of that because that's totally
It's
different.
levels
And honestly, I like at the end of the it's very different. You're gonna go ahead and go ahead and remix
move on to the next
you
question.
want.
You're defensive, man.
But no, I'm not because you know what it is. I've also been molested. I've been raped at a young age. All of that. They know that. I don't put it out there publicly. But at the end of the day, I feel like me, myself, personally, I've took therapy and I took that upon myself for me to be an adult and go ahead and take it. And I have taken that very personal and actually applied it to my life. If anything, out of all of my friends, who's the one that's always telling y'all like, yo, this, that? At the end of the day, it does not matter. I feel like sometimes we get put into situations where like you have to do what you got to do to survive. I'm very spiritual.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm very spiritual.
Listen.
I've been rock bottom. I've been up. I've been like up and down.
No, listen. You don't have to listen. See, one thing. This is why
the same thing.
Having a man around is important, right? And having a man and letting a man lead and understanding this. I need you to be submissive right now, right? And meaning I need you to be in agreement with what I'm about to tell you, right? So God supersedes all that shit, right? So that's what I need the submission for. I need you to agree to that, right?
Yeah.
And then through that, now that's the pathway to change. That's how I changed, right? Because I had to put God over the devil. I had to put God over the demons, right? Well, damn, I'm not, because that was a concern for me, right? I'm coming home from jail. F***ed up. I'm used to getting money. Now I'm not selling drugs no more. It's a wrap. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I got hit in the head, right? I begged God, just let me live, right? I thought I was invincible. I begged God, don't let me die this way. And if you let me live, I don't give a fuck. Nigga can come with 10 bricks right now. I ain't gonna say it on the camera, but I'm saying, but I got a family that really is different, right? So I could get whatever I want negatively, right? So it was hard for me to be like, nah, I'm doing this. I'm making $2 a day because I'm going outside rapping. I'm struggling, right? But God blessed me because I struggled, right? And it's nothing that God can't provide. And if God told me I'm not supposed to make money this way, I don't give a what responsibility, what bill. I'm gonna sit there and pray and say, yo, God, I could be selling drugs right now. I know I gotta pay my bills, but help me with a way that's righteous. And God is gonna provide a way that's righteous. And if you're not making money, and I wanna make it about you, right? Because, and I'm sorry that happened to you, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up, right? But I want people watching to know that God will always provide a way for you. When you trust in God to provide that way for you, and you gotta make sure that how you eat is pleasing to God. Because you're not gonna be at peace. Right? If you just pay the bills, you paying the bills, but you ain't really at peace. You're not really happy. You're not at peace, right? Like I wasn't at peace, right? I wasn't at peace. And then it's funny because when I was broke, I'm not broke now, right? But when I was broke and I was doing the right thing, I was at peace. I was at peace. It was like weird. I'm in a park, I got $2 in my pocket, but I'm like, yo, I'm good.
I can see where he's coming from, especially when you came from more of a troubled background and you were doing the bad stuff to try and get what you want. And then when you go to the reverse of that, now you getting what you want. And it might not be exactly what he want, but he's not getting it the negative way. It will make you feel better. So I understand what he's saying about pulling yourself out of that.
I got $5,000 in my pocket, $50,000 in the crib, $1 somewhere else, right? And I'm doing dirt. I'm not. I wasn't sleeping. I didn't have good people in my life, right? So there's rewards. And we can't just make it about, I gotta survive. No, God gonna provide for you so you could survive. It's not just surviving, right? And it's not, I'm so glad you said that, right? Because there's another point I had, right? I'm sorry, I gotta be long-winded, right? But I'm gonna say this, right? There's a difference between survival and being satisfied. See, you can survive with the devil, but you're not gonna be satisfied. You'll be satisfied with God. And if you have patience, then you will also be able to survive. But you'll have your peace. See, so that's very important to put your peace above everything, not just the paper and making the money.
Yeah. She focused
Okay,
on the lifestyle.
So kind of like to speak on what Tracy was talking about and what you're talking about.
Oh, not the
like,
voice change.
No.
Yeah, seriously,
stop,
okay, not the voice change.
No, for real. No, because listen, like
La vocal.
La vocal.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Nah, but for real. So like I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I completely understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna disagree with it because you know, like you make your points. Like you're dead ass right. But like to go on what she's going on, I'm not gonna tell you like, for example, I'm not in an outside world or whatever, or out in the nightlife right now at this moment, or not fully involved in it. Whatever.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
so
think about
the thing is, we know what we have to do or what we're wanting to do, like she said, like working on ourselves, doing what we have to do, like we're trying. So you're telling me that I just gotta cut everything cold turkey,
Absolutely.
like a drug addict.
Yeah, I did it. Hold on, see.
Okay, but just because you did it doesn't mean that I could do it.
Yes, you can. Now look, hold on.
Because just like
can.
Hold on. Listen, the most important thing about this is understanding that the devil is a motherfucking liar. Hold on. The devil is a liar. So let me tell you something. I'm not no fake YouTube nigga. You heard?
Yeah.
I've been through everything. So listen, this is
get that,
this is
but
no,
just
this
like
is
how
this
she
is why
said,
no, this is
you're
how
your
you-
own person.
No,
She
listen,
making
hold on.
There's people that
Mira,
cut cold
Mira.
turkey cigarettes.
The only way to do
And then
this,
there's
right?
people that can't.
Anybody can do it. It's a choice if you want to or not.
The only way to do this, right,
It's only if
is
you
with
want to.
God. Okay? So you have a choice. So what you should be doing is, what I would advise you to do is to ask how. Because you might not know how, right? And when you ask someone who did it, then you'll get the answer how. Right? So that's right. So let me start with
They
the
don't
how.
want to get up out of it.
Again,
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
wanna get out
still
of it.
gonna stick to
Go ahead.
you might have did it that way, but that way might not work for me.
See, and-
Everybody's
and-
different.
Excuses.
That's like
Okay, yeah.
I firmly believe it. Like, okay,
And that's why I told
let's bring
Mom.
it to something healthy, right?
Excuses.
If everybody could lose weight the same way or get in shape the same way, then there would be no people like
That are overweight.
overweight.
Excuses.
Because
listen, check it
you
out.
Because
might
you don't
do it
want
one
to.
way,
Trying to
but that might
justify-
not. No,
Do
I'm not
what you-
telling.
listen, yeah.
I'm not justifying. I'm telling you that there's different.
Everybody's not ready to heal. That's one, right? Number two, I'm gonna bring it back to the beginning. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. Vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. God supersedes all this shit. Motherfucking relationship with God don't be intact. So when your relationship with God ain't intact and you ain't got no motherfucking faith, you put man before you put God. You put bills before you put God. Okay? Now, this is how you do it. And I'm going to start with how I did it, and I'm going to break it down how you could do it, right? So how I did it was I was getting money. I came home from jail. I'm not selling a drug. I'm not jaywalking. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. I'm not doing nothing. I'm a struggle. And I got to struggle because the karma that I built up doing the shit I was doing before I changed my life, I got to deal with it. So that allowed me to accept those hard times. That allowed me to accept sleeping on the staircase. That allowed me to accept having $2 in my pocket and trying to go to 99-cent store to buy a big thing of oatmeal so that shit could stretch me 4 or 5 days, right? Because I know I was doing wrong. So I gotta struggle. That's your testimony. That's revelation, right? And then now I'm at the brink of, I'm ready to quit. God don't put a burden on you that you can't bear. Everybody's pain threshold is different. That's the only thing that's different. But everybody's tested. Everybody, right? So now you got to be at the brink of breaking.
Yeah.
I'm like this.
I'm
like this. Look. I'm like this. Look. I'm like this. I'm looking at God. I'm not listening. One thing about my brand, my ain't fake. I'm telling you some real shit. I got a gun in the chicken box. I'm sitting here. I'm like this. I'm mad. I'm smaller than I was. When I came home, I'm 250. I'm brolic. All I did was lift weights. I come home, niggas gotta pay me. I'm sitting there. I'm like a fucking big ass gorilla looking at nothing but Elmos get money.
That nigga look funny.
What? And I'm fucked up.
Yo,
I'm like this.
Look.
Something no motherfucking something gotta give. And right when I was over, right? Shout out to my man Timor King. He come to me. He got like, yo, man. Yo, you rap? I sell my music. I found the way, right? God gave me that because I stayed there. My faith. Give me your hand, man.
Oh, snap.
I'm giving you my hand.
I stayed like, listen, no matter what happened, I never let go of God.
Okay.
I didn't let go. So you couldn't, no matter what was happening around me, I didn't give a
Hey, she crying over there. She getting teary-eyed.
I kept my faith. I knew I had to go this way. I knew. And the devil was trying to make me feel like I would have died. I had a friend. I don't want to say his name, right? And we both was on the same path, right? And he got off the path. He broke his promise. He ain't here no more. I didn't let go. And then when you don't let go, God blesses you with another way, right? Now, this is how you do it, because you in media. Advertisement. You go like this, look.
Hey, it's hitting her. It's not hitting the real yellow torta. It's not hitting her. She gonna live the life she wanna live. See, the thing about it is, I think this proved that women are natural born followers. They just follow what society pushes. You know, it's not really a lot of forward thinking ones that say, I'm not gonna do that. They usually gotta follow with how they was raised. If they were raised good or bad, they just gonna follow the situation. Because here's the thing about it. A lot of guys ain't gonna just go out there swinging their dicks around. But you got a lot of chicks who would love to show they behind. It's because society pushes it and makes it okay.
This the life you living, right? You go, yo, God. Right on time, me though. Look, oh yeah. Right? Yeah. Look, you go, look. You go like this, because I did it. Look, you go, look, God. I'm gonna wait. That's shit. You gotta wait. Who the fuck you think you are? Because God, it ain't when you want it. It's when it's on God's time. But you gotta make that sacrifice. Cold turkey. I'm letting it go. And then when you let go and you really let go, that's showing what? That's showing faith. That's showing humility, right? That's showing belief. I believe that God is gonna answer my prayer. I believe that God is gonna provide. God is coming. Yeah, he coming. And everybody like, look, no, he not. That's the devil. No, he not. You gotta pay bills. You gotta, well, f it. Guess we going in the shelter. Pack me up. Or you gonna lose the car. You gonna, f it. Bye. We gonna lose the car? Okay, look. You gonna lose it. Take the car. Yeah.
I think this is a deeper level conversation, man. How you do things do matter. And some people ain't got no moral compass. So it is what it is for some people. But I do understand for the ones who definitely want to have one, these are the trials and tribulations you got to go through if you want to have a moral compass, if you have certain standards you live by. But if you don't, you're going to be on the opposite spectrum.
Yeah. Oh, you going to lose the clothes? Take the clothes. Butt naked, balls to wall. F it. You can take everything from me. You're not going to take my faith. You can take none of this material, none of it. You can take the crib, the house, the food. You can take, and you're not going to take my faith. You're not going to take my belief in God. There's nothing you can do to shake me from that. I don't give a f. And when you move like that, I promise you, I don't give a f who you is. God gonna come. And when he gonna come heavy. He gonna come heavy. You gonna be like, God damn, I know I got this much money. What the fuck going on? I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good now. Yo, ain't we G though? I'm good now, right? Because I suffered. But one thing I never lost was my faith. I lost hustling. I lost clothes. I lost these fake ass. Lost family. I lost everything. It was like, damn, like, yo, what the fuck, God, for real? Yeah, let it go. But what he replaced it with is irreplaceable.
I'm not mad at what he said. I respect it. I still don't view God in the same aspect of how he does when it comes down to giving you all these blessings, maybe more material items. I think when it comes down to the feeling and what you receive towards your doing and your actions, I definitely believe that side of it. But when it comes down to like the translation of the things that we deem valuable as humans, I just don't feel like God operates in that, because a lot of us can't explain what God is. So how can we say that it's someone that just gives you material items for doing actions? When it comes down to reciprocation value, how you treat people and how you get things brought upon to you as you do unto others, now that's a different story.
Okay. You probably thinking, like, why she not talking?
No, I'm not.
I'm not healed.
I know you're
I'm not happy.
There you go.
I'm not at peace.
See, look, mira.
So
No, listen.
I'm gonna just stay quiet.
No, listen, give me.
Because I got not.
That's right. But listen, look, no.
This man got the whole panel crying, the whole podcast, except for the little devil, the devil notch right there. She like, I'm unscathed by all these words.
Listen, but that's the first step. Oh, yeah. That's the first step. The first step is identifying that. See, we get it fucked up. It ain't how you niggas be like, yo, Jesus, pray. That's not how you fucking pray, nigga. You pray with fucking tears, because its intention is honesty. I'm in Southport Box. I'm in prison. I'm in the hole. You heard? I'm breaking down. I'm going crazy. Like, why? I ain't having my mother did this, my father. I'm like, what the You got me. Why I'm here? I shouldn't be here. And I broke down. See, God will answer you when you real. So that's the first step. Knowing, okay, well, I'm not healed. I'm not, okay, cool. And you tell your God, look, man, I'm fucked up. Yep, I'm still greasy, man. And he gonna come to you how you need to be come to, right? He gonna deal with you how you need to be dealt with. You may need some oranges. You may need some apples. You may need some grapes. I may need some mangoes. But it's all fruit from the same tree.
We're gonna leave it right there. I just don't want this to be crazy long. You feel me? It's a long segment of him breaking all this down. People be where they want to be. You're gonna have different spirits. You're gonna have different methods of people in this world. When I say methods, I mean like the role that they're supposed to play in society. And I think you just gotta want it. You just gotta want it. If you want to change, you're gonna change. If you don't, like I said, you gotta pick what hill you want to die on. Some people gonna die on the hill that, hey man, I'm in this life. I do believe it's gonna be a little bit of balance. You can't have all good without no dark. You can't have no dark without no goodness. So I think it's gonna be a balance of how these people are gonna be set up. But you gotta understand the life that you want to live. That's all it boils down to. What is meant for you? How are you gonna feel going to sleep at night? How is it gonna eat you up inside of the road that you're taking? Is the money worth it? You know, all the money, does that replace the dangerous situations? Putting yourself in harm's way, putting your family in harm's way, your kids potentially. You know, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt that I think they start out not wanting to throw themselves in situations, but like she was saying, and he kind of alluded to that, you know, well, it's hard out here. You know, you got to make it. It's survival. And can you be a product of your environment? For sure. But when you start reaping certain consequences, you'll get spanked enough to where it'll tell you, I probably need to fix it. I need to change. This ain't going to be conducive for my future. So it'll force you into submission. Now, if you want to participate in that submission, you can, but you don't have to. You got to live in your truth, and you got to understand your truth. But I'll say this, I think women in today's age, they want to be free. See, dudes, we ain't never free. I mean, guys can pick a side to live on, But there's no saving grace on either side of it. It's still heartache and pain, whether we want to be more dark than light. Now, women, though, they move to the dark side. They look at that as more freedom than being on the light side, which is just getting a regular family, traditional life. They look at that as boring. Being more free is more exciting. They get more perks with it. They get to meet and interact with a whole bunch of guys. See, guys have to, it's kind of weird how it's set up. You would think that women would suppress more because they're more of a commodity. Dudes are the ones that are suppressing more, and they still got to build their worth to even do the things that would be considered toxic. It's kind of crazy. It's ass backwards. But I'm gonna have this link in the description. Y'all watching this entirety. I enjoyed it. It was definitely, it was something. This man made him cry, except the torta. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment below. She got JayBReacts. And until next time, y'all, peace.